So what's good? How y'all doing today? Today in this video, I just want to talk about how just thinking changed my life and how it could change your life as well. So bro, as we go through like life, you know, we constantly just thinking and stressing about our daily life. You know, we may be thinking about, damn, I gotta pay this bill today, or damn, I gotta go to work and do this today, or damn, I gotta do this project today. You know, and we go through life just thinking like that every single day, not knowing that that is actually hurting us and setting us back in life. Um, I'm just gonna give you an example for me. Probably like a couple months ago, like I used to be heavily fascinated with, you know, this one online business I was doing. And every single day, mind you, I was working a job at the same time. So I was working a job and I was doing this thing, this business. And bro, every single day, work and this business would literally just be on my mind every single day. Literally. How am I, going to fit this in my schedule, or how am I going to be able to, I don't know, just whatever it would have been. And, it would give off stresses, just give off stresses, And in the moment, I thought that that was the way to go, but not knowing that, it wasn't. And mind you, it was other things that I was stressing about that kind of hindered me, which I'm going to tell you in a further off in the video, but it was more things that hindered me, during this time in my life. And because I was continuing to think about stressful situations, I started to feed my brain with negative emotions. And those emotions would have been sadness, maybe irritated, you know what I mean? Just whatever those feelings I felt, they weren't good feelings. They were negative emotions, stressful emotions. And see, when you think like that, you don't know that you're literally setting yourself back in life thinking about that. Because as we think these negative emotions, they start to give off a chemical reaction in our brain that becomes addictive. Now, I can give you another example. Say that, your dog died, maybe, I don't know, maybe a week ago, a couple of days ago. And you continuing to think about your dog dying gives off the emotions of sadness, gives off the emotions of grief, gives off the emotions of, anything that pertains to death. And those are negative emotions. But although they are negative emotions, they are still addictive. The chemical reaction they give to our brain is addictive. Literally like any other drug. When you smoke weed or do any other drug, it's addictive. The chemicals mix with the chemicals in your brain, and your brain just continues to want this more and more. It's the same thing when you continue to think about negative emotions. You become addicted to it. You become addicted to thinking stressfully. And you might ask yourself, like, damn, like, why do I continue to think such in a bad way? And you don't want to feel that way. You don't want to think that way, but it's like you just can't stop. But that's the reason you can't stop. It's because your mind is addicted to thinking negatively, literally. And thinking that way could only bring you down, because when you think about negative emotions that happened in your past, whether it be trauma, you know, whether you were bullied, whatever it been, when you continue to think about these emotions from these events from your past and the way they made you feel negatively, you start to become addicted to your past. You start to become stuck in your past. And as you go through life every single day, you continue to think about these past events. You continue to think about the everyday struggles of life. You are unknowingly, literally, living a past present life. You are bringing your past into your present, literally, because the things that happened to you in the past, you can't change that. It happened. You can't change it. But because you are so addicted to thinking these negative emotions, you are continuously letting your past live on. You ain't letting your past stay in the past. You keep bringing your past into your present, and you cannot move forward in life like that. You may feel as though like in life you stuck or you can't move forward, and that may be the reason why. You continue to keep bringing your past into your present. You continue to keep thinking about the events that happened in your past that gave you these negative emotions that you are addicted to thinking of. And like I said, you can't move forward like that. But it's not always bad, because you can fix it. And the way you fix that is by literally letting go of everything. In order for you to move on, in order for you to evolve as a person, in order for you to live the life that you want to live, you have to evolve. You can't receive the blessing that you've been asking for. You can't, the life you've been working for, the life you've been asking for, praying for, you can't receive that if you are still the person you are from the past. You can't. In order for you to receive the thing you want, you have to be the evolved version of yourself in order to receive that. And I'm going to show you how you could do that. In order for you to receive that, in order for you to evolve, like I said, you have to let your past go. Whatever happened in your past, you have to leave it there. You can't change it. You have to stop thinking about the past. You have to now think about your future. Think in the present and think in the future. Live a present future life. Because when you live a present future life, you then become the evolved version of yourself. You then attract your future to you. Just as though when you were continuing to think about your past, you kept bringing your past to your present. If you were to flip that and continue to think about your future, you are then bringing your future to your present. You get what I'm saying? So in this present moment, just forget about everything. Just literally clear your mind. Don't think about this bill you got to pay. Don't think about the debt you have to pay off. Don't think about nothing, because it's not going to help you in any way. You stressing about life is not going to make it any better. So literally let it go. As you walk through life every single day, as you get up out of the bed, you think about literally nothing. I know in the beginning it can be hard, but with practice, practice makes perfect. So every day, you're not going to probably, it's like an addiction. Like I said, you can't be addicted to fucking weed for 2-3 years and then the next day expect to just stop. No, it don't work like that. You gotta ease your way out of it, just as though you have to ease your way out of thinking negatively. You have to ease your way out of it. So try to think less negative thoughts and try to replace those thoughts with positive thoughts. Think about your future. Think about the life you see yourself living. Think about, you know, the car you probably want, or the house you want, or just think of yourself living a peaceful life. And as you think about the life you want to live, feel that emotion. When you think about how peaceful you're going to live in the future, make sure you feel that. Make sure you feel the feeling of peace. Not just think it, but actually feel it as if you are living that way right now. Literally. Be grateful for the life you see in your future. Because as you continue to think, you know, receiving thoughts of gratefulness, thoughts of thankfulness, you are tricking your brain into thinking you are already living this life, because your brain doesn't know what's happening on the outside. It only knows what's happening on the inside, and it correlates what the brain manifests in the inside, it then manifests it on the outside. That's why when you keep thinking bad thoughts, you're only living a past present life. You can't move forward. But when you trick your brain into thinking of the future and thinking about the emotions you feel for that future and the graceful, grateful, thankful, receiving emotions of that future, you trick your brain into thinking you are already living this life. So as you continue to think this way, you are attracting your future to your present. Literally. And as I implemented this into my own life, I just started to see a change. I started to feel more aware. I started to feel more free. I started to feel more peaceful. And it as though that the stars just start to align. You know what I mean? You start to more so align with your purpose. You more so start to realize your purpose of life. Why are you here? And you start to align with that purpose. You know what I mean? And when you start to align with your purpose and evolve, you start to receive the life that you want. The life that you want is going to come to you, because the life that you envision, the life that you want to live, you can't receive that life as the person you are today. In order to receive that life you want to live, you're going to have to evolve. You're going to have to change, because you can't receive that life as the person you are now, because either one, you're not going to appreciate it, or two, you're not going to be ready for it, and you're just going to, as you get it, it's just going to slip away. So try to think different, bro. Just try to think different thoughts, and I promise you, bro, like, it's going to change your life. Literally, it's going to change your life for the better, bro. Try not to think about the past, because as you continue to think about the past, you literally just staying in one place for your whole life. That's why you see some people, 25, 26 years old in the same spot they was in when they was 18, 19, 20. You know what I mean? I know it's a joke now, but y'all ever hear about that? Had the saying, like, this nigga peak in high school, or this person peak in high school? That literally is true. That is because when they get in the real world, they realize that all of that popularity and all of that, high school popularity, whatever that come with, that life they was living, they felt as though they can live that life when they reach in the real world. But they realize quickly the world don't give a fuck who you is, bro. It don't. And they realize that, damn, I ain't who I thought I was. And that causes them to now think about the past. That causes them to think about, damn, I remember when I was in high school and I was this guy. I remember when I was in high school, I had all the girls, or I was popular, or I was, head of the football team, or, whatever. Because they keep thinking about the past, they are literally not moving forward in life. They stand in the past. They are now peaking in high school. They peaked in high school. They never move forward because they are stuck in high school. And that's just all what I trying to, show you. So just try to think about your future, bro. Try to think about the life you want, and think about the positive emotions that brings you. And trust me, if you do it the right way, within days you will just start to feel different. And because now you feel different, you would start to move different. So yeah, that's really the end of this video. I just wanted to get it off my chest, let y'all know that. But it's a beautiful life, bro. It's a beautiful life we live. We create our own reality. But if you can continue to be blinded by your past, you won't be able to create. You won't. So I hope this reached whoever it need to reach. I hope you all listen to the words I say and actually apply them to your life. And I just wish the best for all of you.